The boy, Ahmaud Arbery, my condolences to his mother and to his family, by the way. Man, oh Lord, I would hate to go through something like that. And as a pastor, I've comforted and counseled the families through their hard times. And I've seen a few myself, but to have to bury your son over something so senseless is just almost unbearable. And God's strength and God's grace be with you, Miss Arbery. So the young man, she said that she raised him to say yes ma'am and no ma'am, respect your elders. And she presents herself in a very intelligent way. And you can see that, you know, just by the way she presents herself, that she is that type of mother who trains her son, talks to him, and that she commanded and demanded respect from her son, and that respect more than likely had his ear. Okay? Now what we're not going to see from this young man, because his mother poured into him and trained to him, we're not going to see the media begin to pull out him going in the store stealing different items. Oh yeah, just hours before the shooting, he stole this at a store, or he grabbed a handful of cigars, you know, anything to make him look bad. I don't think they're going to be able to find anything like that at all. I don't know why the media does that to a person who's a victim of a shooting, especially when they can see it on video. The person more than likely is unarmed and everything, and they still go to digging into people's past. And but they're not going to be able to do that with this one. Now, the man is claiming self-defense, and you can see from the video that the boy is unarmed. He's clearly unarmed, and I don't know if y'all heard it, but the shooter made a call into the police before he took matters into his own hands. He said that, I think this house is being broken into. It's a house that's being built, and I think, you didn't see the boy coming out of the house, but you think the boy broke into the house. Okay, but he's running down the street, and you can clearly see it on the video, plain as day, that the boy does not have any items in his hands. He doesn't have a backpack, a wagon, a truck, a pickup truck, a dump truck, anything whereby which he could take stolen items with him as he's jogging. Okay? He doesn't have a gun, a stick, a cell phone, nothing in his hands. And you think he broke into a house recently. You think he just broke into a house, and on the call he said there's been a string of break-ins here. You know, that's just setting up. Because I think the man had murder in his heart the whole time. Because people like that in those rural areas down south, I was raised in the South. People like that in those rural areas down south are very threatened by nigglywiggs that come into their community. They're very afraid of niggers being in their area because they're worried about their wives and their kids and their families and everything. You're concerned because this person is black. Now, and I don't want to talk about race, but since they're talking about race and the person is defending himself, his attorney says that the man who shot the boy doesn't have a racist bone in his body. Okay. All right. Let's say, for instance, if this jogger in your community had been a white person, would you have immediately assumed that this person who's jogging into your community, who's a white person, has been responsible for that string of so-called break-ins that you say happened? Would you do that? I don't think so. But since he was a black man, you immediately assume that he's the one responsible for these break-ins. And I don't think there have been break-ins. I think this boy and his son planned to do this killing from the jump. Okay? That's what I think. That's just me talking. And I'm not trying to start any race wars. I love my brothers. I love all humanity. But I hate it when an innocent life is taken because somebody has hate in their heart for someone else who's of another race. I don't like it. And so The man is going to be sentenced, and I think they're talking about pressing charges against him. But because of COVID, the courts are closed, and they're not going to try it until June, which is next month. My problem, though, too, with the mother, who's a wonderful lady, I feel her spirit. I think the woman has a wonderful spirit. I think she's a great wife, great mom. I'm sorry, a mom. And I think she's raised the boy right. But the attorney that she has, Lee Merritt, he's a crook. This man, he makes his money off of black chaos and black misery. Now, you remember that other shooting where that police officer went into that black man's apartment and she said it was the wrong apartment and she shot him dead. He was the one that set up that forgiveness stuff when his brother got off the stage and went and hugged that police officer who killed that black boy and talked about all that forgiveness. He's the one that do that. He's a settlement attorney. He's not after justice. And this has to stop in the black communities, where you have these pimped out attorneys who are not looking for justice, because when you have attorneys like this, it's obvious that they're just looking for the settlement money so they can get their 33 1/3%. That's it. This dude, Lee Merritt, is no good. He wants the money. Okay? That's all he's about. He's not about justice. He's not about justice. He's about that paycheck. Okay? And that's the only thing that I can see that's a misstep in this whole thing. Because what they're going to find out is going to come down to this: that this man unjustifiably shot and killed that young black jogger there in Georgia. There was no justification for it at all. You can see the boy, the man said that, okay, the black boy, the jogger, attacked him first. Okay, you said he attacked you first, but who presented the first threat? Okay, who presented the first threat? It was you and your son who pulled out your guns, parked your truck in a way that obstructed the boy, tried to block him from going around, and you stood in the road with your guns drawn, and the boy tried to go around the truck, and that's when that man took the first shot. So who presented the threat first? If the boy is trying to save his life, yeah, he's going to attack, because, and he's not a big young man. And you can see the boy, the man is shooting what it looked like a 12-gauge shotgun. That means it's little pellets, and those things are spraying everywhere. So I think he shot like 3 times. I don't know if he hit the boy the first time or at what time he shot him. But this is horrible. This is horrible, and it has to stop. It has to stop. And she will do herself very well if she got a serious attorney and got rid of Lee Merritt. Because Lee Merritt is going to get with with the defense, and he is going to make a deal for the settlement. All right? And that man might do 5 years when he should do life. Okay? So, even if it's not a race, the man say he don't have a racist bone in his body. Even if it's not race, let's talk about right. Let's talk about right. Is it right for you to assume this boy had broken into any houses when he doesn't have anything on him, not even a backpack, nothing in his hands? How did he break into houses when he doesn't have anything from a house on him? And if the house is being built, it means there's nothing in there to steal. If the house is being newly built, what is the boy stealing? What is in there to steal? See, his story has so many holes in it, it's crazy. And he needs to spend life in prison, and his son needs to be an accessory to murder. Maybe 2nd degree, but he needs to spend some time in prison too, because he has hate in his heart. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think on it. I'm very upset and I'm hurt about it. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I'm tired of the marches. I'm tired of the marches. I'm tired of the crying on the cell phone and wondering what's happening, what's going on. No, let's stop doing that. Let's get ourselves some serious attorneys, right? Get some serious attorneys, and then go in here and prosecute these murderers who do this stuff. Stop getting these people that's interested in settlements.